And Donald Trump is not ready to give up on his tariff ambitions just yet. With fresh 15% tariffs already announced, he has issued a stark warning: comply with the terms of U.S. trade demands or face even steeper duties. But the section used to impose the latest tariffs already faces legal scrutiny. Critics are questioning whether there is a credible economic basis for invoking it at this scale. This also raises the central question: can these threats deliver real impact? Well, in theory, yes. The U.S. imports roughly $3.3 trillion in goods annually. Even marginal hard tariff hikes can influence supply chains and raise costs for exporters. But after the Supreme Court curtailed sweeping emergency tariffs under IEEPA, the administration's options have narrowed. One alternative is Section 338 of the Tariff Act of 1930. It allows tariffs of up to 50% on countries deemed to discriminate against U.S. commerce. Well, on paper, that is powerful, but Section 338 includes a vessel clause, meaning tariffs depend on not just on where goods are made, but on the flag of the ship carrying them. Now, ships can be reflagged. Cargo can be rerouted through Mexico or Canada. And basically, logistics can be managed to circumvent tariffs. Another pathway is Section 201, a safeguard mechanism that also allows tariffs up to 50%, but requires U.S. International Trade Commission investigations and public hearings. Now, that process is slower and more legally structured. Section 232 is already at play, with tariffs on steel and aluminum in the range of 10 to 50%. Well, in short, while the authority exists, the implementation is complex, legally contestable, and economically disruptive. The risk is that aggressive deployment could shift trade routes rather than fundamentally reduce trade deficits. Now, as Washington escalates rhetoric, other economies are accelerating integration. Canada is moving quickly. Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced his three-nation tour to India, Australia, and Japan. India has recently signed important trade deals with Brazil and the European Union. The EU itself continues widening its FTA network across Asia and Latin America, reinforcing supply chains beyond U.S. dependence. Now, the result is structural. Beneath it all lies a longer trend. The relative weight of the U.S. dollar in global reserves is lower than it was 2 decades ago, reflecting gradual diversification in the global financial system. Tariff threats may deliver short-term leverage, but they may also accelerate something larger: the steady emergence of a more multipolar trade order.